Good morning, this is Sarah, your healthy carnivore in the UK. Now, I can't remember whether I'm on day 66 or day 67, so we'll just look at the title and that's where we are. Could be either, really. Sun shining in the UK, so I'm going to make sure I get some sunlight in my eyes. And that brings me nicely on to what I'm going to talk about today. I want to reiterate on a quote from Lisa Wiedemann. She says something along the lines of, I'll pop it in here. Something along the lines of, it's doing what other people won't do. It's doing what other people can't or won't do that will get you your goals. And that's quite powerful. And it's not something I can listen to when I'm off the train in the carb ditch. But when you're on day 66, 67 and you're feeling really strong and like a warrior, you go, yes, that's true. It's doing what other people can't do, won't do, that will get you to that place that you want to be. Especially now when everyone's broken, everyone's metabolism is shot, which I think is deliberate. No, let's not get controversial. The point is, it's a long, long time since I was considered a normal person, and that is fine by me. Somebody left a comment in one of my videos a few days ago saying that it's quite a important point you've made about not actually wanting to be normal. And I don't, because I don't like the way the new normal is these days. That expression on its own, new normal. The new normal for humans is sick, reliant on doctors, metabolically broken, taking medications like they're sweeties, candy, in pain, expecting to be in pain. When they get sick, I don't know why I'm sick. It's just bad luck. It's just my genes. No realization that it's perhaps something that they're doing. You know, in the last 100 years, we've gone, the last maybe 150 years or something, we've gone from 1 in 30 people expected to be hit by cancer to now 1 in 2 to be affected by it. Do people really actually think that human beings have just stopped working spontaneously? You know, we hit the millennium of the 2000s, and now all of a sudden the bodies have forgotten how to work and heal themselves. But it would appear that in this new normal we're living in now, most people do think that that is just the case. They don't know why they're sick. They don't know why. They're not equating it to anything they might be eating. A little bit of what you fancy does you good. And as Lisa Wiedemann would say, it's doing what other people refuse to do. And by that, I'm talking about people like my mum. I went on and on at her about, you know, how she could change her health. And she saw me heal my gastritis. She saw me heal my psoriasis. She saw me heal anxiety and depression. She saw me lose weight doing this. She saw my joints not hurt anymore. You know, she saw all these things. But it was very much, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and keep my fingers crossed that the doctors will keep being able to save me and put me back on the straight and narrow. You know, hips worn out, just get another one. You know, one of my internal organs doesn't work, just take it out. They've got a pill they can give me to make up for not having that thing, and I'm going to just keep living the way I'm living and keep doing what I'm doing. And this normal life these days does my head in. I have got used to it though, because I've now been not normal for 10 years. It was in 2014 that I switched from being your average, ordinary woman on the street to extraordinary. And by extraordinary, I mean stop thinking like everyone else. Just bang. Once I found out they were lying to us about things like statins and cholesterol and other things, and forcing people to have drugs when they didn't need to, and that actually meat fat was incredibly good for you, that turned me. 2014, that was done. I was done being normal. I was done thinking average thoughts, walking around with my fingers crossed, doing normal things. It did take me a long time to be able to live in, you know, I was walked around angry for probably a couple of years, just oh my God, don't you realise? Why are you taking that pill? Why are you taking that pill? If you did carnivore, you'd feel like this. And if you did, you have to get used to it, because if we're going to be living in society with these people, we have to be able to cope living with these people, and, you know, and they won't listen. So yeah, I don't want to be normal. And thank goodness I'm not. It's hard work sometimes. It is hard work. But sometimes I'm most of the time I'm thinking, thank goodness. Thank goodness I feel like I'm a bit of a warrior, and I feel like I've got a bit of power over my own health. Because I'm willing to do what other people are not willing to do, I'm going to be on a slightly higher platform than everybody else. And it's not that I think I'm great. It's just that I've just accepted that we've been lied to. We have been lied to on a monumental scale by about pretty much everything we believe. But I think carnivores have got this extra sixth sense to filter through the bullshit. And we start hearing the mainstream news as bullshit, and the headlines on the front of the newspapers as crap. And it's hard, but it's great. And I love being in this community of people that are critical thinkers and just want to just find out what the real truth is. But we still have to live with everyone, don't we? And so we just have to be amazing actors and actresses. I have become an amazing actress over the last couple of years, being able to converse with everyone, and normal conversations, whilst inside, oh God, why are you all saying this? Why are you all thinking this? No, just keep going. Yes. You know, you just got to rise above it. Rise above the noise. Yeah. So that's it. And now I've spoken about how I don't want to be normal, because I don't think being normal gets you anywhere good. This is why I need to stick to this, by the way, because because I want my body to reflect what's going on up here. My brain knows what to eat, and I now need my body to reflect it. And that leads me on to the next part of this conversation, because I like to try and do 10 minutes if I can. I was going to start this conversation with this bit, but then I started to think maybe not. Cut a long story short, in the last 5 days, I've lost 3 pounds. But it's impossible to know whether that's as a result of giving up those burgers that had the toxic pea fibre in them, and it's just a loss of inflammation, or whether I did just get to the 8-week mark that Mitch from Old Guy Carnivore was talking about, where I would start losing the fat. It's impossible. So I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to do a follow-up to this particular thing I'm talking about in about 9 days' time. I'm going to weigh myself, not this weekend, but the following weekend, and see if there's any more improvement. If it was just inflammation from those burgers I was eating that had the pea starch in them, then there won't be any further weight loss. But if in 9 days' time I weigh myself and there's just a tiny bit more progress, then I might think to myself, maybe there's a little bit of fat coming off. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to make any big declarations about being fat adapted and that I've lost a bit of extra weight until I'm really sure that it is actually fat and not just a little bit of inflammation from those burgers. So I'm going to need to weigh myself a couple more times to be able to say, yeah, okay, I think I might actually be starting to lose a little bit of weight now, but let's not get excited. This is me we're talking about. She doesn't lose weight. So let's not get overexcited about that. So yeah, today it's either day 66 or 67. Can't remember. Last Thursday it was day 60, so it is 67. I just worked it out. It's day 67. Ta-da! And my favourite video of mine that I think was most powerful. It's amazing, because sometimes you've got these videos that get loads and loads of clicks and this has turned out to be rubbish. You just made a video flippantly and then it got like 3,000 hits on it, and you think, oh God, that one really wasn't that good. And they probably clicked off after 5 seconds. And then I've got another one that I thought was actually incredibly powerful, and it only got 100 views. And I think that's a shame, because actually that one I think is my most powerful video. And I have watched it back a couple of times to myself and thought, gosh, that's really powerful. And it's the one where I've talked about no more restarts, where I've got my head in my hand like that, saying no more restarts, no more day ones. That's powerful. That actually makes me emotional just listening to it back. It wasn't the first half that was good, it was the second half that I thought was good, because I was really emotional. I actually thought about crying doing that video, the second half. I was talking about how upsetting it is to take some time out and then have to restart, and then how depressing it is to restart and you're waiting to get the benefits. You don't know how long it's going to take, and you know you've messed up again. There will be no more restarts. Not in this first 12 months anyway. If I do 12 months and then have a day off and restart then, so be it. But there will not be any more day ones in the next 298 days. Okay? Quick maths, I think it's 298. But I'm going to go and enjoy the sunshine now. I'm going to watch this back to see if any of it even makes sense. And I will see you tomorrow on day 68, where I will find something else to chat to you about. Take care, guys. Bye.